Love Tribe. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are all well. Welcome. I see a couple people joining. Welcome to this week of Lovegasm, a show where you get the very best possible information about sexual health and intimacy and how to improve both. My name is Summers McKay, and I am the CEO and founder of Summers Love Company. My job is to go out and find all the very best resources and to really help you have the tools you need to improve your sexual health. So this is week 3 of Lovegasm. Thank you to everyone who keeps coming back and helping to improve the show. Your comments are hugely valuable. We have put the show up on YouTube as well as on Stitcher and iTunes, so you can listen to us there if you don't catch us live. This week on Lovegasm, we are talking about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart and body. As life is lab as an entrepreneur, and certainly a sexual health entrepreneur, I spend a lot of time dealing and learning about sexual health issues. This week, we are going to talk about non-sex, which is sort of like nonsense, but different. It is about sexual pain and when sexual pain can preclude the opportunity to be intimate, when it actually hurts too much to have sex. So, as always, this comes from personal experience. In this past month, I have developed a very acute pain on my right side of my abdomen. And that pain continued to grow, and it felt like it was in my ovary or maybe a UTI that I couldn't fix. And it didn't get better. And I wasn't really communicating with my husband about it because I didn't want to worry him. And I also didn't want to worry myself. But one night after sex, when I was in tears, hey, whoever just said hi, it's not a tumor. But so one night after sex, when I was in tears, I realized that I just couldn't hide it anymore. Hey, Alex from Italy. So basically, I was in too much pain to have sex, and obviously as a love guru or aspiring love guru, that makes my job very hard. I talk to a lot of women who are in this world and in this business, and it turns out we all struggle with this. How are we supposed to be these love goddesses when in fact we struggle with physical challenges that sometimes make it not fun to have sex? So I decided to do some research, find out the science behind it, and then create some strategies for how to talk to your lover about sex. And I will take comments from all over the world, including Italy. Known technically as dyspareunia, painful sex can have a multitude of causes. In many cases, women can have painful sex because there's an absence of lubrication. So in that instance, you want to increase lubrication. This is sort of a first try. Increase your use of lubricants, increase foreplay, and communication and relaxation techniques. Now, not all pain is an absence of lubrication. In actuality, there are some really serious conditions that can be affecting your partners. Those include vaginal infections, problem with the cervix. I'm reading from notes here, sorry for the absence of eye contact. Problems with the uterus that can include fibroids that cause deep pain during intercourse. Endometriosis, ovarian problems such as ovarian cysts, which is sort of after a battery of tests what my doctors think I've got. Pelvic inflammatory disease, ectopic pregnancy, menopause, where you actually have a thinning of the vaginal walls and vaginal skin. Intercourse too soon after childbirth or after surgery. I have a lot of friends who've gone through surgeries, and it takes a while to be able to regain intimacy. Injury to the vulva or vagina, or sexually transmitted infections. In men particularly, painful sex can be caused by adhesions under the foreskin for those who are uncircumcised. This affects both men and women. Allergic reactions to latex, condoms, or spermicides. Men can have prostate problems that cause pain on ejaculation. And there's Peyronie's disease, or other inflammations and scarring of the penis or internal male reproductive organs. So how can sexual pain be treated? In most of these cases, you need to see a doctor, and a doctor is going to be the very best advocate you can have to talk with and through the sexual pain you are having. It is not easy to walk into your doctor and talk about sexual pain. I myself had to do it this week and sat with my physician while crying. She had a box of tissues trying to explain exactly why my body hurt. So it is not easy to talk to a doctor, but it is really, really important to do so. In addition to talking to a doctor, I want to personally address the way that you can interact best with your partner. Here are 4 tips for working with your partner through sexual pain and strategies on staying intimate when sex is off the table. Number 1, talk openly. Make it a priority to communicate with your partner early on and frequently. It's important for both people in the relationship to understand communication is valuable in the absence of physical intimacy. My husband and I have made it clear we are on a sex hiatus until we get a all clear from the doctor. My husband has also made it clear to me that he has no interest in hurting me, and me in pain doesn't appeal to his sexual appetite, so he's not wanting it. But then I've also expressed in return to him that it's important that I am still held and kissed and we are still close together. So you need to talk openly with your partner about what each of you guys are experiencing. Okay, tactic number 2 is feel your feelings. Feeling sexual pain and the inability to connect sexually with your partner is incredibly frustrating. You have every right to be mad. No matter how much stretching, meditating, or zen you can find, you can still be very angry. And so it's really important that you feel the feelings and that you don't rest in the anger, but you acknowledge it. It sucks. Isolation from intimacy can cause anger, depression, lack of focus. It can also lead to a lot of fights in relationships because there's an absence of understanding our own feelings as well as our partners. Now, this one is kind of my favorite tip. Don't just lie there. If you have a experience with sexual pain, you need to be your own advocate. You need to have a plan with your partner and with your doctor about what you are going to do. What's the timeline? What are the tactics? Being your own advocate is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself in a circle of pain or absence of sexual intimacy. So this is where you make a plan, you see a doctor, you engage with your partner to do so. Oh, thanks for all the love on that one. My last one is blame something, but not yourself or your partner. My husband and I both kind of went down a rabbit hole of terrified that I had some ambiguous sexually transmitted infection, an STI, and oh, he's cheating, oh, she's cheating, oh, something's wrong. And that was really painful for us both. We are in a committed, happy, monogamous, loving relationship, and we had to take some faith and we had to take that blame off the table. So it's really important that you take time not to blame one another, but instead to blame the challenge itself and to try to address that challenge. In review, your 4 tips are talk openly, feel your feelings, don't just lie there, be an advocate, and blame something but not yourself or your partner. We're going to wrap up early today. I'm under 10 minutes, and find out if there are any questions or any topics you guys want to talk about regarding sexual health or specifically sexual pain. So there will be lots of show notes with resources available to you guys, but does anyone have any questions? Or just want to send me more hearts and tell me you love watching me talk about sex? Question there about how to find out if your partner is angry at you or if they're actually experiencing pain. Right, so often misconceptions can happen, misunderstandings. Your partner pushes you away at night, but you have a secret feeling that it's not because they don't want you or love you, but they're in physical pain. So what I would recommend, the best way to start that conversation is to just really be honest and to say in a comfortable way, not after you've been immediately rejected, but at another time, make a date, have coffee in the morning, and just spend 5 minutes and say, I want to check in with you sexually. I want to check in with where you're feeling. How's your body feeling? How's your heart feeling? How's your soul feeling? And give them a clear path to communicate. Let them know that it is okay for them to explain that they're in pain, that they're not excited because of that pain. And, you know, you can flat out ask them, is there something happening in your body that I can help you work through? So collaboration is really important, and make a clear, safe place and start with a vocabulary that your partner can understand. Okay, more hearts, more love. Is it bad to ask for oral? Okay, now this is an interesting question, right? If one partner does not want to have sex, but still wants to be intimate, like I'm still in the mood, is it bad to ask your partner for oral? That's actually not a terrible thing if you are asking it in the context of a generous, open conversation. So say to your partner, I understand you don't feel like having sex. Do you feel like being intimate? Can I be close to you? And if they are open to it, and if they're giving you signs that they still want to be intimate, you know, say, are there other things we can do right now to be intimate, including oral? Is that something you can do right now? And now I just feel like I'm being harassed by my husband who's asking for a hand job. Yes, honey, you can ask for a hand job. I think I just blushed. Thanks, dear. But yes, definitely talk about other ways you guys can be intimate in the absence of penetration or traditional sex. So that is a good conversation to have. Find me on Twitter at Summers McKay. Look for Summers Love Company on Facebook, and follow us on lovesummers.com/blog for this and more information about sexual health. Thank you, everyone. Lots of hearts, lots of love. Okay. Bye, everybody.